Hello guys, welcome to my channel. This is the fifth tutorial in this course, and in this tutorial we are going to talk about three very important and simple SQL commands. We're going to learn how to create a database and how to use it, and also how to drop it or remove it from our list of databases if not required. So anyway, you can see that I have the MySQL workbench software opened up, and I have connected to the server, right, by typing in my password, and that's why I have the screen. And over here, as I said, in the text editor in the text editor region, we type in our SQL queries. So the first command that we're going to learn to type is the create database command, right? And to do that, you have to type in create, that's the word create, CREATE, and then give a space, and then type in the keyword database, or the word database. And the reason why I call these words as keywords is because these words have got special meaning to SQL, right? So create has some significance for SQL, and you cannot use it as a name for your table, right? So you type in create database, and then you give a space, and then you type in name for your database, and that could be anything, right? So I'm going to call my database sample, and at the end of this command I'm going to put a semicolon, right? So that's to terminate the statement, and then I'll press the key combination control plus enter. So when I do that, I see that in the output section I get the message create database sample, this command has been executed successfully, and that's because I see this green checkbox, right? And if I want to see this database sample in my object browser, then you can see that there's this refresh button, and when I click on it, I see that the sample database is now displayed in the list of databases in the object browser, right? The next thing that we're going to learn to do is to use this database, and the command for that is you type in use, the keyword use, and then you give a space, and then you type in the name of your database, which is sample, right? So in order to put tables in this database, or in order to do anything with this database, you have to first use it, right? So when you create a database, that doesn't mean that you can just start using. You have to execute this command as well, right? So again, you type in use, give a space, type in the name of your database, which is sample, and I put a semicolon at the end, and again press control enter to execute this query. And again, you can see that in the output section I get a green check mark once more, and it tells me the time at which this query was executed, and it tells me how many rows it affected. So it didn't really affect any rows, but now we are in a position to use the sample database. So the next thing that we're going to learn to do is drop this database. If you're not interested in having sample around anymore, then you can drop it. And to do that, you have to type in the keyword drop, and then you have to type in the keyword database, and then you have to type in the name of the database that you wish to drop, and which in this case is sample, right? I type in these three things, and when I put in a semicolon and press the enter key, I see that I get a check mark, again a green one, and it tells me that the drop database sample query was executed. And if I would click on the refresh icon again in the object browser, then I would see that my sample database would disappear because we've dropped it, so it no longer has to be displayed in the list here, right? So these are very simple basic commands, but the create keyword in itself has got a lot of functionality, and we use it to create views, we use it to create tables and loads of other things, and so is drop. Drop is also pretty powerful. So anyway, I want you to notice one thing, that the keywords that you type in, the ones that have special meaning associated, the ones to which SQL associates special meaning, those keywords are displayed in blue color, and the identifiers that you type in, like for instance sample here, the name of my database, does not have any special meaning to SQL, so that's why it was displayed in black, right? And also, just to make sure that the commands are readable, I'm going to try to type in all the SQL keywords in capital letters, and this is recommended. People suggest that you should do this. It's a practice among programmers. Some people do not follow it. That can sometimes be a little difficult to understand, because you won't always get SQL code that you can access using such fancy GUI tools. Sometimes you have to use text editors like Notepad to view SQL files. So in that case, it's really helpful if you can distinguish between your SQL keywords and your identifiers when you have your keywords in capital letters, when you have your identifiers in small case. So anyway, thank you so much for watching this tutorial. I'm going to see you in the next one, in which we'll discuss something interesting again. And please subscribe to my channel in case you haven't already, and I'll see you soon.